Today, we're gonna watch Zackd films. Let's see what it is.
Course, you have to try to dodge the dangling wires.
Bro, what if I touch it? Am I cooked?
All around you, but each wire is live with electricity.
Yeah, bro,
so if you brush against just one, you can get zapped with around 10,000 volts. And the farther you go, the more mud covers your body. That makes it even easier for electricity to travel through you. So if you slip and fall, you might hit one wire, then another, and another, getting shocked again and again until you finally crawl your way out.
Damn, that's
as you run into the he raced to be the first man over the wall, but as soon as
bro, what if that staircase
reached the top, he was shot and killed by an arrow. And the next man did the same, but he was thrown to the ground below. This happened over and over again, until one man finally survived and made it inside the enemy walls, which disappointed the rest of the soldiers. You see, the first one over the wall would receive a crown, which acted like a medal of honor. This gave him fame and fortune, letting him climb the ranks into greater political power, which is why so many soldiers were willing to risk their lives for it. When you put them on, tiny microphones inside pick up the noise around you, and they read
Bro, what if you're just having peace? Bro.
The highs and lows of the sound wave. It uses it to create a wave that's practically the opposite. And when this is played through the headphones, the two sound waves cancel each other out, which cuts out a lot of the outside noise. But if your mom suddenly screams at you, the headphones have to hear the sound, read the wave, and make the opposite one. So if the noise changes too fast, by the time they react, it's already too late. When you put them on, he punched the doll and started yelling at it, while a preschooler watched. If you were accidentally swallowed, grab onto the back of the tongue.
How would you get swallowed?
And kick around to trigger a gag reflex. This should get you coughed out. But if you miss your chance, spread your arms and legs wide in the throat, bracing yourself against the walls to stop from sliding down. This would hold you in place for a while until the person swallows food, which would push you straight into the stomach. Now, you could climb a chunk of food floating in the acid, but at this point, you're just waiting for the inevitable. If you were accidentally her arm slipped into the gap between it and the wall, wedged in so tight she couldn't pull it back. And as the door kept trying to open, it dragged her deeper in. They grabbed the door and tried pulling it back to free her arm, but nothing worked. Even when they greased her arm with hand sanitizer, she didn't budge. And for 3 long minutes, they kept pulling, until they rubbed lotion around her arm. Then she pulled as hard as she could, and it finally popped free. Her arms. If you stacked up Legos a mile into the sky, somehow the bottom Lego brick still won't crush.
I think I accidentally found the.
When the hurricane hit their orphanage, they had no money to fix it. More than 40 kids were about to lose their home, but their town was hosting The hawk sees a mouse and swoops down with its claws open, but when its feet hit the cage, they slip into tiny loops of fishing line. Then, as the hawk tries to fly away, the loops tighten around its feet. Because the cage is pinned down by a heavy weight, the hawk can't lift it off the ground, so it stays trapped on top of the cage until a trained handler carefully loosens the loops, checks the bird for injuries, fits it with a tag, and lets it go. The hawk sees a mouse and swoops down with it.
Okay, that's a way to tame somebody.
The customer suddenly attacked her, and the shock left her unable to speak.
What?
Since the injury happened on the job, she said she could never work again. So her workplace's insurance company paid her every month for 16 years. But there was a problem. During that time, she saw other doctors, and none of them recorded that she was unable to speak. The insurance company got suspicious and hired a detective to watch her. He saw her chatting outside a school and making phone calls. Then he walked up to her with a hidden camera and asked for directions, and she answered him out loud. A court ruled that her muteness was no longer real and her payments were cut off. The customer suddenly attacked her, and the
Okay, guys,